Welcome to DuckTerritory.com. Matt Prehm and Erik Skopil here, breaking down the big news of the weekend for the Oregon softball program. Monumental for multiple reasons. They won the conference, and you'll expand on that in the historical context of that. And they also were awarded the #1 overall seed for the NCAA Tournament.
Yeah, they awarded the #1 overall seed for the second time in program history, also in 2014. And I think this is the fifth conference championship they've had in 6 years. Really could have easily been the sixth in 6 years if you go back to last season, where they had the same, I think, loss number as Arizona in the conference, but there was a game that wasn't made up due to weather. So that one's kind of almost got an asterisk next to it. But, you know, obviously the dominant team in the Pac-12, I think they're hoping that they'll be the dominant team nationally. Something they've had kind of a hard time carrying over is success in these national tournaments. I think they've been to 2 semifinals in the last 6 years, but they've been kind of one of those top 3 to 5 teams. This year, the #1 seed for a while now. They just haven't been able to pull through, but this feels like it could be the year. You just kind of look at the arms they have now with Megan Kleist and Miranda Ellish being 2 of the top pitchers nationally, and then Maggie Ballant getting back into the fold over the weekend. That's 3 really, really good pitchers. They have a lot of good bats. I think that the sky, is kind of the limit with this team, and maybe this is the year they finally bring it back.
Kleist was named the Pac-12 Pitcher of the Year for the Ducks. The junior has been dominant all season. Like you said, Ellish has also been extremely dominant for the Oregon softball program, and timely hitting, and then I think the power behind the plate, led by Gwen Svekis, the senior catcher for the Ducks, is probably the hope that this team can push over the top and get to the College World Series championship.
Yeah, they've had a hard time hitting historically in Oklahoma City. That's kind of been the bugaboo. They've had a hard time doing a lot of things, but that's been kind of the thing that held them back. But you look at this lineup, I just think there's so much talent top to bottom. They've got, in the 9-hole, they have Haley Cruz, who I think is hitting like 380, and that's your 9-hitter, and that kind of talks about kind of the depth that they have. So this does feel like the team that might be able to do it. You mentioned the power there. DJ Sanders, I think, is also 3rd in the Pac-12 in home runs, and I think top 10 in RBIs. So they have some power bats there as well. And if one of them just gets hot at the right time, they'll have a chance to do some special things. And that'll start this week in Eugene. They open up on Thursday with a game against Albany.
Quick note on DJ Johnson. She is in the top 5 among active players for home runs. I think her total is 66 going into the weekend for the College World Series. And like you said, play begins Thursday afternoon at the Jane against Albany, and then Albany, and then they play Drake, BYU winner should the Ducks advance on Thursday. Series runs from Thursday through Saturday at Jane Sanders Stadium here in Eugene. For Erik Skopil and myself, Matt Prehm, you've been watching DuckTerritory.com.